My lovely students, welcome to Mathological. In this session, we'll be discussing questions on relations. Start करते हैं session. And if you've not already subscribed to the YouTube channel and you're liking the content, then make sure to subscribe to the channel as well as press the bell icon. You can also join Telegram channel Mathological or can message me on Telegram at adityakt. The first question: let P is equal to P is a set containing elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and we have to define the relation R on P by A, B element of R if A is not equal to B and both A and B are odd numbers. So relation R is on P, that implies that relation R is from set P to set P itself. Isn't it so? So set P को mention कर लेते हैं because that is going to be the domain as well as range. That is going to define domain as well as range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are the elements of set P. And then condition of the relation is that R is on P by A, B element of R such that A is not equal to B. So A and B are unequal and both A and B are odd numbers. So A has to be an odd number and A should not be equal to B. So if we take first element, which is 1, so 1 is an odd number, and since A and B should not be equal, so 1 and 1 are not related, though both are odd, but shouldn't be equal. So 1 and 3 could be related, so 1, 3, or 1 and 5 can also be related since both are odd and unequal. 2, for 2 we will not be having any relation because 2 itself is a even number and we need both A and B to be odd. 2 कर लिए तो कोई connection मिलेगा नहीं. For 3, 3 and 1, 3 and 3 since they are equal, 3 and 5, so 3 and 1, 3, 1 and 3, 5. Similarly for 4, no relation because 4 is a even number. For 5, 5 and 1 and 5 and 3. So total 6 elements in the relation are under given conditions. Isn't it so? Total 6 elements in the relation are under the given conditions. क्या ये बात अप्रिशिएट कर पा रहे हो? सिंपल क्वेश्चन था. टू स्टार्ट विद द बेसिक्स. नाउ एक चीज ऑब्जर्व करो कि सिंस आर हैज ए एंड बी वन सेट, ठीक है, वन ऑर्डर्ड पेयर, एंड इन सच ए केस ए इज नॉट इक्वल टू बी एंड बोथ ए एंड बी आर ऑड नंबर्स. तो अगर हम आर इनवर्स को डिफाइन करें, सो व्हाट विल बी आर इनवर्स? आर इनवर्स विल बी b comma a, ordered pair b comma a such that a comma b is element of R. Isn't it so? और a comma b का कनेक्शन क्या होगा? a and b will be unequal and both a and b will be odd numbers. बस a comma b जो है b comma a हो जाएगा. तो क्या r इनवर्स भी हमारा एग्जैक्टली r के जैसा नहीं होगा? आर इनवर्स में क्या गया? 1, 3 की जगह 3, 1, 5, 1, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 5. Basically, since both A and B have to be odd number and A is not equal to B, so if A, B was an ordered pair in R, then B, A was also there. Isn't it so? Similarly, अगर इनवर्स करोगे A और B को आपस में इंटरचेंज करोगे, सो वहां भी तो सेम स्टोरी बनेगा. यानी कि बेसिकली R इनवर्स विल बी नथिंग बट R itself. यानी कि इनवर्स ऑफ दिस रिलेशन विल बी सेम एज द रिलेशन इटसेल्फ. क्या बात अप्रिशिएट कर पा रहे हो? इन दिस केस इनवर्स ऑफ द रिलेशन इज सेम एज द रिलेशन इटसेल्फ. बोथ आर सेम, बोथ आर इक्वल. इजंट इट सो? क्लियर है? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. लेट देयर इज अ सेट A containing elements 3, 4, 5, 6 till 15, and for each m that is an element of A, we have to define a relation on M, Rm, that is equal to y being element of A such that y is greater than m and m divides y. So how many elements are in the set A minus union of Rm? ठीक है, U implies union of all Rm. Okay, and we have to find a result of set A minus union of Rm. So union of Rm, this is one set and we have to subtract that from set of A. Set A minus B क्या होता है? Let us say we have a set A. This represents set A in Venn diagram and another set B in Venn diagram. So in such a case, A minus B represents the portion of B that is part of A that has to be removed. So when we remove this portion, which is common in A and B, so A minus B represents the remaining portion of A. And this portion here, this is basically A minus B. Similarly, अगर हमें करना है B minus A, so B minus A is B minus the portion of B that is common in A as well. यानी कि this portion here, this will be B minus A. क्या ये बात समझ पा रहे हो? So similarly, we have to subtract union of Rm from set A to find out how many numbers of elements will be there in the set that remains. Okay. So pause the video and try to solve it after knowing this. सबसे पहले तो आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं कि हमारा each m element of A. तो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट क्या है? 3 है. फर्स्ट एलिमेंट इज 3, तो वी हैव टू डिफाइन R3. विल बी स्टार्टिंग विद R3. तो R3 में क्या होगा? R3 विल बी हैविंग y एलिमेंट ऑफ सेट A सच दैट y इज ग्रेटर देन m. और m इस केस में क्या हमने लिया? 3 लिया. m इज इक्वल टू 3 लिया है. तो y इज ग्रेटर देन 3 एंड 3 डिवाइड्स y. 3 divides y. So how many such elements will be there in our set A which are greater than 3 as well as 3 is dividing that element? यानी कि 3 के मल्टीपल होंगे. This implies that they are multiple of 3 and shouldn't be equal to 3 because y has to be greater than 3. So such elements will be 6, 9, 12 and 15. 4 such elements will be there. 6, 9, 12 and 15. Similarly R4 क्या होगा? R4 में we need those elements of A which are multiple of 4 by the same logic but should be greater than 4. यानी कि those will be 8 and 12. R5 multiples of 5 but not 5 यानी कि 10 and 15. R6 क्या पैटर्न समझ पा रहे हो? R6 में वैल्यूज क्या आएंगी हमारी? R6 में आएगा multiples of 6 but not equal to 6. So this will contain 12 only because 18 तो फिर 15 से बड़ा हो जाएगा. R7 multiples of 6 but multiples of 7 but not equal to 7 यानी कि 14. R8 multiples of 8 but not equal to 8 and 8 into 16 but 16 is not part of set A यानी कि R8 will be a empty set. And R9 and so on. Now all the remaining sets will be empty, isn't it so? जूम पे क्लिक हो गया, हटाओ जूम को भाई. ठीक है. सो R8 हमारा एक एम्प्टी सेट हो गया और R8 के बाद में R9, R10 ये सब के सब भी एम्प्टी सेट होंगे. तो क्या ये चीज़ें देख पा रहे हो? क्या समझ पा रहे हो? यू हैव डिफाइंड ऑल आर्स, ऑल रिलेशंस R3, R4, R5, R6, R7, R8 एंड नाउ वी हैव टू टेक यूनियन ऑफ ऑल दीज आर्स, ऑल दीज रिलेशंस. तो यूनियन ऑफ ऑल दीज आर एम्स फ्रॉम m इज इक्वल टू 3 to m इज इक्वल टू 15 क्या आएगा? R3 contains 6, 9, 12 and 15 and then so 6 से छोटा तो कोई भी एलिमेंट हमें मिल ही नहीं रहा किसी भी आर में. ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट एलिमेंट विल बी 6, 7 is also not there, then 8 is there, 9 is there, 10 is there, 11 is not there. So 6, 8, 9, 10, 11 is not there, then 12 is there, 13 is not there, 14 is there and lastly 15 is there. So the union set of all RMs contains 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 and 15 while the set A contains all elements from 3 to 15. So A minus this union of RM, this will be equal to A contains all elements from 3 to 15, subtract कर दो 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15. तो remaining elements will be 3, 4, 5, 6 subtract हो गया 7, 8, 9, 10 subtracted 11 and 13. So elements will be 3, 4, 5, 7, 11 and 13. So this will be our answer. Number of elements is equal to 6. 6 elements are there. This will be the answer. I appreciate कर पा रहे हो? Is that much clear? Okay. ठीक है. अब देखो लॉजिक क्या है इस क्वेश्चन में. लॉजिक क्या था? सिंस आर एम वॉज डिफाइंड एज वाई इज एलिमेंट ऑफ ए, वाई इज ग्रेटर देन एम एंड एम डिवाइड्स वाई, यानी कि बेसिकली वाई हैज टू बी अ मल्टीपल ऑफ एम and this k will not be equal to 1, because if k will be equal to 1 then y will be equal to m. So y has to be a multiple of m, isn't it so? And if y has to be a multiple of m and k cannot be equal to 1, so can you understand that जितने भी हमारे rm relations आएंगे, so in that case if y is a multiple of m and k is not equal to 1, in such a case y will always be a composite number, isn't it so? Y will always be a composite number, यानी कि prime numbers will be excluded from this relation. All prime numbers will be excluded from this relation. तो हम अगर सेट ए में सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्राइम नंबर्स को आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते तो कौन कौन से प्राइम नंबर्स हैं हमारे? 3 इज देयर, 5 is there, 7 is there, 11 and 13. All prime numbers will be excluded since y has to be composite. So all primes will be excluded. Basically all multiples of primes will be included, isn't it so? All multiples of primes and composites, those will be included. Prime numbers को exclude करना पड़ेगा. But interesting बात ये 4 is not a prime number, but that is also excluded. Why? Because 4 is a multiple of 2, which is a prime number, but since we are not taking r of 2, 2 is not a part of set A. अगर 2 भी part of set A होता तो 4 भी include हो जाता, but since 2 is not there, तो R4 में हमारा 4 आएगा नहीं, R4 से पहले R3 में 4 आने वाला नहीं, R4 के बाद 4 के आने का कोई पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है. दैट इज वाई 4 विल ऑल्सो बी देयर. तो 3, 5, 7, 11, 13 एंड 4, these will be part of A minus union of Rm set, यानी कि 6 elements will be there in total. Is that clear? तो जस्ट इन केस अगर हमारे सेट ए में इंस्टेड ऑफ 3 से लेकर 15 तक, 3 से लेकर 20, 3 से लेकर 25 तक के एलिमेंट्स होते तो तब भी हम इस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व कर पाते, क्योंकि वहां पे हमें उस केस में पैटर्न आइडेंटिफाई करना होता. isn't it so? एंड इवन इन दैट पैटर्न हमारा आंसर में क्या आते? ऑल प्राइम नंबर्स एंड 4 एज वेल. अगर 15 तक होता तब भी इतना ही आया, 20 तक होता तब भी ऑल प्राइम नंबर्स एंड 4, 25 तक होता तब भी, और अगर ये स्टार्ट 1 से होता तो इन दैट केस हमारे पास क्या क्या एलिमेंट्स होते? ऑल प्राइम नंबर्स एंड 1 एडिशनली, बिकॉज 1 इज नॉट अ प्राइम नंबर. तो वहां पे हमारे पास ऑल प्राइम्स एंड 1, दैट वुड हैव बीन द सॉल्यूशन. क्या ये बात अप्रिशिएट कर पा रहे हो, समझ पा रहे हो? क्लियर है? ठीक है. सो दिस वाज अ गुड क्वेश्चन, इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन. क्लियर है? ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन करते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज लेट देयर इज अ सेट S that contains elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 20, all natural numbers from 1 to 20. We have to define relation R on G. G नहीं, S है, G तो है ही नहीं. R on S by x, y element of R such that mod of x minus y is equal to 3. Mod of x minus y is equal to 3. We have to find total number of elements in S. How many elements will be there? फिर गड़बड़ कर दिया. S R on G, total number of elements in R. ठीक है, R में नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स कितने होंगे? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. ओके, टोटल नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स इन R कितने होंगे? And R is defined such that x, y is element of R such that x mod of x minus y that is equal to 3. Solve it. Let us try to identify the pattern. Since R is a relation from S to S, S को लिख लेते हैं दो बार. S contains all elements from 1 to 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till 20. And the relation is such that mod of x minus y is equal to 3. So if we take x equal to 1, so mod of 1 minus y, in such a case if x is taken as equal to 1, so mod of 1 minus y is equal to 3, यानी कि gap between 1 and y should be equal to 3, isn't it so? अगर distance approach से देखें मॉड्यूलस को, तो gap between 1 and y should be equal to 3. So one number will be 1 plus 3 on number line, 1 plus 3 यानी कि 4 will be a solution, other number will be 1 minus 3 यानी कि minus 2 will be a solution. So in such a case solution for this modulus is that y should be equal to -2 or 4. अगर ये एक जनरल इक्वेशन होता तो सॉल्यूशन होता -2 and 4, बट हमारे केस में हमें डिफाइन कहाँ पे करना है? R is defined from S to S. यानी कि वी कैन ओनली टेक दोज एलिमेंट्स विच आर पार्ट ऑफ सेट एस, यानी कि -2 सिंस -2 इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ सेट एस, तो डेफिनेटली -2 को तो नहीं लेंगे, 4 को लेंगे, तो 1 will be related to 4 only. In such a case, 1 will be related to 4 only. 1 related to that number which is 3 more than 1. Isn't it so? Because 3 less than 1 is not included in set S. So that is not possible. Similarly, अगर 2 की बात करें तो 2 will be related to 5. 2 plus 5, 2 plus 3 that is 5. 2 minus 3 that is -1, but not part of set S, that is why -1 तो नहीं रहेगा. So 2 will be related to 5. Similarly, 3 will be related to 3 plus 3 that is 6. 3 minus 3 is 0, not part of S, set S, so definitely 3 will only be related to 6. Now coming to 4, 4 will be first element for which there are two solutions, two relations from 4 to 1, since 4 minus 3 is equal to 1, and from 4 to 7 as well. So there are two pairs for which 4 will be part of it, 4 comma 1 and 4 comma 7. Similarly for 5, 5 minus 3 that is equal to 2, and 5 plus 3 that is equal to 8. Similarly for 6, 6 comma 3 and 6 comma 9, 9 bhi aayega. Okay, so and so on. So there will be two pairs for which 4 will be part of, 2 pairs for 5, 2 pairs for 6, 2 pairs for 7 and so on. अब लास्ट से भी देख लेते हैं, लास्ट का पैटर्न भी आइडेंटिफाई कर लेते हैं. तो for 20, if we take x equal to 20, so 20 minus 3, 17 is part of this set. So 17 will be there. But 20 plus 3 is 23, but 23 is not part of set S, so 23 to nahi rahega. So for 20 also there is only one relation. For 19 also there will be exactly one from 19 to 16. For 18 also only one from 18 to 15. For 17, 17 minus 3 will be part of the relation, and 17 plus 3, 20 is also there. So for 17 also there are two relations. So basically from 4 to 17, each element will be related to two elements in set S, isn't it so? From 4 to 17, each element will be in two ordered pairs, so 2 each, or 2 ordered pairs. And from 1 to 3, exactly 1. And from 18 to 20 also, again, exactly 1. They will be part of exactly one ordered pair. So how many elements will be there in total? Total number of elements? That will be from 1 to 3, exactly one element, one ordered pair. So 1 to 3, exactly one. From 4 to 17, exactly 2 ordered pairs. And from 18 to 20, again exactly 1. The number of elements in relation R will be 1 into 3, because there are total 1 to 3, 3 numbers, plus 2 into 14, plus again 1 into 3. So 28 plus 6, 34 elements will be there in relation R. There will be total 34 elements in the relation R. क्या ये क्लियर है? ओके, ठीक है, आंसर आ जाएगा हमारा 34 in such a case. Now next question. If there is a set A that contains elements 1, 3 and 5, we have to find number of relations R on A such that each element has at least one image. So R is defined from A to A. And condition is that we have to find out number of relations R on A such that each element has at least one image. Image क्या हुआ? Image is second element in the ordered pair. In the ordered pair, such that each element has at least one image. अच्छा, ऑल्सो एक और कंडीशन होना चाहिए था कि एंड डोमेन ऑफ आर इज इक्वल टू ए. Each element has at least one image and domain is equal to A. So since R is from A to A and number of elements in A is 3, 1, 3 and 5. So अगर कोई भी कंडीशन नहीं होता तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ रिलेशंस कितने होते? If there was no other condition, total number of relations कितने आते? Number of relations in general is equal to 2 to the power भाई ए क्रॉस बी, अगर हम रिलेशन फ्रॉम ए क्रॉस बी होता है फ्रॉम सेट ए टू सेट बी, इन सच ए केस नंबर ऑफ रिलेशंस किस पे डिपेंड करते हैं? ऑन द कार्टेशियन प्रोडक्ट A cross B, and A cross B contains number of elements, that is equal to number of elements in A multiplied by number of elements in B, and for every element that is part of this Cartesian product there are two choices, either that will be part of the relation defined or that will not be part of the relation defined. So in general total relations are equal to 2 to the power number of elements in A multiplied by number of elements in B. So in such a case, since this relation is from A to A, total relations कितने होंगे? Total relations will be 2 to the power 3 into 3, that is 2 to the power 9. This is total relations, that is equal to 512. But question total relations नहीं पूछा, question पूछा total relations such that each element has at least one image and domain is equal to A. यानी कि all elements 1, 3 and 5 should be included in the domain and each should have at least one image. Okay, तो क्या क्या cases बन सकते हैं? So if we consider for element, for the first element that is equal to 1, so either 1 will be connected to exactly one element, in which case 1 may be connected to 1 only, or 1 may be connected to 3 only, or 1 may be connected to 5 only. So out of these three we have to choose one. So in 3C1 ways we can make ordered pair with 1, starting with 1, isn't it so? So that can be 1 comma 1 or 1 comma 3 or 1 comma 5. If we take exactly two images for 1, then that can be 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 3, or 1 comma 1 and 1 comma 5, or 1 comma 3 and 1 comma 5. In that case total number of ways will be 3C2. Or if we take 3 images for 1, in that case 3C3 ways will be there. 3C1 plus 3C2 plus 3C3 that is equal to 2 cube minus 1. In 7 ways we can take images for 1 such that 1 has at least one image, isn't it so? यानी कि basically 2 cube minus 1, 7 ways are there for 1. Similarly 7 ways will be there for 3. Similarly 7 ways will be there for 5. So total number of relations are on A such that each element has at least one image, that will be equal to 7 into 7 into 7, यानी कि 343 such relations will be there. Answer will be 343 relations. 7 ways for first element, that is 1, 7 ways for the second element, that is 3, and 7 ways for the third element, that is equal to 5. यानी कि total 343 relations are possible when relations are defined on A such that each element has at least one image. क्या ये बात clear है? So these are all the questions in this session, and I believe जो भी डिस्कस किया समझ में आया होगा. और फिर भी कहीं किसी क्वेश्चन में डाउट रहता है तो make sure to comment about that doubt, and if you like this session then make sure to hit the like button as well as give a feedback in the comments. And that's all. Bye bye. Take care. Next session, so we'll be starting the topic of functions. Keep learning.